fans, and welcome back to another video here on the Rusty Boxcar channel. Got a really good one for you here today. Went out last Sunday, November 6th, to the Nashville National Cemetery. Wound up catching about 9 trains. First couple I didn't film the entire train, so this one, M203, it's making its way south from Louisville's Osborne Yard down to Baldwin, Florida, led up by a couple ES44AHs. And then the next one we're only going to have a few seconds of, but it was pretty interesting on the lead end. It's a G315, led up by an ES40DC and a CW40-8 and a -9 still in YN2. Grain train going from Evansville down to Athens, Georgia. Alright, this will be our first one where we film the entire train from that day. This is M503, daily manifest making its way south from Chicago's Clearing Yard down to Radnor Yard here in Nashville. It's led up by a CM40-8, 7774 in one of the newer YN3 paints, but it did have a gray, look like air conditioner unit on the side. So either stripped from another older YN2, most likely, during a repair. And it had a second unit on the front, CSX 39, which is a CM44AC. Had a really good day out at the cemetery on this particular Sunday. Reason we didn't film the entirety of the first 2 trains is that there were couple other people out at the cemetery. Wanted to chat with them, and so just grabbed the head-in units and continued the conversation we were having. We were up there on this day, several of us, because there were some interesting units that were headed into town. We're going to see them on trains number 5 and 9 that we catch. So on the 5th train we're going to see the CSX 911 leading that train, which is the first time I've caught it leading. And then on the 9th one we're going to see CSX 4568, which is the Operation Lifesaver 50th anniversary scheme that was just recently unveiled. It's also going to be leading that train, so a pretty good opportunity to see 2 relatively interesting locomotive paint schemes and get them captured. So I'll dip out here, let this train continue, and I'll be back for the next one. Alright, next up here we've got I-140. This is a intermodal train that makes its way north daily from Fairborn, Georgia up to North Baltimore, Ohio. Is led up by 976, which is an ES44AH, and trailed by 764, which is an ES44AH as well. Next train up will be the M513 with the 911 unit. As you can see, just before this train made it onto the scene, there's a loaded coal train headed south that is tied down at the Maplewood signal. It was there for the majority of the day. There was also another one up at the Amqui, or not Amqui, but Eakin signal, which has become pretty typical on the weekends in the area. Lots of trains tied down, which makes for a little bit busier sightings for us, because they really are down to a single track and have to keep trains moving through pretty quickly to keep tracks cleared for the priority intermodal. So definitely makes it a little more interesting, less stop and go throughout the Nashville terminal while that's going on. Alright, so there we have that beautiful CSX 911 Spirit of First Responders unit. It's making its way south on M513, which is a daily manifest from Avon, Indiana down to Nashville's Radnor Yard. It's going to have a mid-train DPU of 3168. Both of those units are ES44AHs. Again, this is my first opportunity catching 911 as a lead locomotive, so pretty excited to get that captured on this day. Alright, next up we've got IO-26 making its way on the scene. It's a northbound intermodal, one of the high priority trains making its way from Jacksonville's Duval Yard up to Bedford Park, Illinois. 2 liters, 583, a CW44AH, and 7766, a CW40-8. It's going to have a mid-train DPU of 3234 and ES44AH. So in total for the day, this makes for 3 sightings of Dash 8s and a Dash 9, which is pretty unusual. I know traffic has been up for CSX, and so they've pulled more and more of those Dash 8s and Dash 9s back into service. So pretty awesome to get to see that many on a single day. Certainly pretty rare. Next up, we've got M500. This is a daily manifest making its way north from Nashville's Radnor Yard up to Chicago's Bar Yard. It's led up by 2 locomotives, 5396, an ES40DC, and 345, a CW44AC. So here's another one that I didn't film the entire train of, and big regret on my part. We're going to see 3 locomotives, 3066, 3052, and 425. This train was an absolute monster. Empty coal, 3 different trains, going to have 2 sets of DPUs, and an extremely long train. So I'm going to play the defect detector audio over the rest of what I have, as well as the next train by calling a clear.
CSX detector, milepost 179.0, track main 2, no defects. Repeat, no defects. Total axles 9er 2, length 13086. Detector out.
Look, I got a shiny honey.
And now here we are back for the main event of the day, the train I'd been waiting all day for, I-141. It's a auto rack and intermodal train to making its way south from North Baltimore, Ohio to Fairburn, Georgia. It's going to have 2 locomotives. The second will be 941, which is an ES44H. And up front, we're going to finally get to see that 4568, which is a recent rebuild of an SD70AC. It's got that Operation Lifesaver 50th anniversary paint scheme on it. Hope you guys enjoy it. It's a pretty cool look, definitely unique, and I will dip out and let you hear the whole train go by. Thanks for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click on the thumbs up below to give us a like. Also, please click on the Rusty Boxcar logo on the right side of the screen to get a subscription to the channel. And send us a comment. Really enjoy reading all your comments, and I try to respond to each one of them. Thanks, and have a nice day.